Hello everyone and welcome back to another live stream here on the twitch.tv/the Xisuma. Playing the Shapes, now in the top 10% worldwide, operator level 60. Hello. Got a lot of stuff to show you. If you're watching on the VOD though, we're not going to jump straight into it just because I'm going to give people a minute to tune in, I guess. But today, this milestone here, number 8, I think will be a part of our objectives. So along with all these other things that I want to show you, should probably start scouting out these two shapes. If we look at it again, it's that plus colors that we need. So, you know, I think I actually saw, like, look at that, almost there. I think I actually saw that shape though somewhere out here, so I'll have a look around to get started. Maddie5957, welcome to the stream. Hero Blender, Chiwi Pepper, Jazz 2009. How many Factorio clones are there? There's a fair few. I've not played a lot of them. This one, however, although it's like Factorio, it does offer something a little different. That's a good shape right there, that little spot. Good to know that's out there. I should also be looking for both of these at the same time, really. Yeah, but I had a feeling I'd seen that one around, so there's a fall over there. The other thing is, do I want to build this in a way where I get loads of them? That's the question. Not sure. Vagabond, Earthy Space, One and Only Bird, Charnithian Birthday, Verofin Escrow, welcome to the stream. Like, there it is again. Look, there's the two shapes. I could possibly pull everything out of here through one magic. Oh, no, wait. There's a curve on that. Let's go home, because I recall seeing it in this area. Maybe it was, you know, on the other side. I did wonder if it would be cool if this game had a search function, so you could just find the shape that you need, but I imagine that would be heavily exploited. Because a lot of this game is about power play. There's one that's close. Hello, hello. Got to bookmark that. Let's go copy that. Put in the codes. Give it a name, M8. So if that's there, then the other one being nearby would be miraculous. But there's that over there, so that's probably the one we're going to use. Then there's a fall over here. The thing with a fall is I can cut it into two. Yeah, let's go take this Thor one over here. How did I get the shape a moment ago? I guess I'm going to use that, aren't I? And then create another marker. Okay, and then we've got those two bookmarked for the future. Loading Turtle 22, thank you so much for 6 months of support. Thank you for supporting the channel. Appreciate it. Supportative Toad says this game is your current hyperfixation. Yeah, it has been mine for a little bit. One and Only Bird, what is this game about? It's about making shapes and automating that. Yeah, what's this location here? M7. Yeah. This continuously runs on this system, which is slower. So we're building a specific system for Milestone 8 and Milestone 3, or whatever this was. I've been putting the pieces together for that. You can see we've got loads of research points. I'm going to go ahead and spend them now and actually start explaining what we're up to. Bella T, thank you ever so much for joining the stream. Hello, X. Hello, everyone. Welcome. As soon as I said your name, it's in my head, it was like I was reading a noise in me. Right, so I want this 3x3 platform. Speaking of which, see what I mean? Bella T, once again, Evil X in his house. Coming in with the resub. So reliable. So reliable. There we go. Now, if I wanted to, I could up the train capacity with these extra points, but let's hold on to them for now. I've been plugging away at getting that platform. As you can see, I've done so many other upgrades. So we've been advancing a lot since the last live stream. And by the way, this is probably the last one I'm going to do on this game for now, I think. Check this out. So, here in the middle, we got this incredible array of belts. But how we get all the items to the middle is a little bit crazy because things get dropped off at different heights and it's a little bit disorganized. But I've unlocked the third floor, I've unlocked all the vortex inputs and created this around it, which we're probably going to rebuild today. I've had some ideas on how to do this better. So that's one big thing right there, okay? The next thing that I've done is on our belt for building all the different milestones, there is what was originally just one of these feeding in, right? If we zoom in, you'll see that I've created these setups so that we feed on all 3 levels and they'll eventually back up and stockpile. And I've also added multiple locomotives here because what I realized is that the track is very accommodating of trains because they go out in one direction and they come back underneath. So it's almost like you've already laid down 2 tracks. So all you have to do is add more locomotives to the line. They've all got to stop before them. And then they'll just go out and do their business. So now when we look here, there's loads of trains moving through all the time because I've, quadrupled the production. So now over here, we just got loads of the different shapes sitting around. And that means you could probably use this system here at a larger scale. That might actually be what I do for the milestone 8. Because I'm not sure how much deeper I want to go into this game. So maybe for that one, because we want to unlock stuff, we'll do it over here. I'm currently making this one, though, which will get me some nice research points. And as you can see here, a bit shim-sham, use some color from the other side. I unlocked color mixing, right? So learned how to do all of that, which is up here. So basically, mix 2 colors together, you'll get blue, green, or red. And then if you mix like red with the one that wasn't used with it, which I think is the teal color, you get black. Although here it's green. Oh no, wait, I'm looking at it wrong. I think you can mix it with teal or one that teal's been used to make. Like over here we got the blue and then we mix it with the red. So I think it's like if you mix that with yellow, I think it'd also give you black. So those are how you get the different paints. And I didn't set them up on this line up here. That's something I could do. I could also set up the other 4 colors to work off of this system. But for now, we won't be doing that. Becca says, I'm not awake enough for this. It is going to take some thinking, I'm trying to save up to unlock the trains into Vortex upgrade. Might be the best way to do this in general, probably. It probably is, but I've got some ideas on how to use this setup a bit more, so I want to investigate that. So, now that we've got enough upgrades... Now that we've got enough upgrades, I've realized the way I want to do things is by using like modular platforms. And I'm at this sticky point where I created this. Now this is like a full mining setup, right? You'll see the way I've done it is that these 3 feed into one thing. And I think I'm going to grab this and save it. And can I create a folder? I think I might have to go... Well, let's start with a markation of like full... extract to belt. Something like that. I don't know. What I needed after, right, was a module that would take... Because we're going to do this now. We're going to build everything in a module. So, like, we'll have a module that rotates everything. We'll have a module that cuts, etc., etc. The idea is to do it for all 3 belts in one go. Now, in order to do this painting setup, I would need to put that on a bigger platform, which is why I've waited to unlock that. And it's going to be somewhat of a challenge to put it in here and scale this up. And there's more ideas that are going to revolve around this having a full belt at a time. But if we look at what we're trying to do here, it is eventually split these up into different colors. So I don't know why I've taken them straight into painting, actually. Or are we looking at the other platform? What shape have we got here? I've just noticed a fatal flaw. That has a curve on that side. Is that right? Did I deliberately pick that one out? I know we've got to cut them, but if we can cut and preserve, that's surely going to be better. I'm now wondering if we need a more suitable candidate, you see. It's not too uncommon to find, like, the full shape of one of these shapes. Like, there's square, square, and square here. Just not the one we're looking for. Vinots, thank you so much for 17 months. Just wanted to say thank you for your streams. They really help me relax during this stressful time. I'm glad they do, my dude. Also, Luna Cupcake is here for 4 months, 5 even, saying 5 months of sub to an inspiring creator, a great entertainer, and my source of all the awesome chill vibes. Thank you for the lovely message. I appreciate it. Actus is here for 17 as well. Thank you, Actus, whose name I am possibly butchering. Okay. That is a location to be bookmarked. Wait, that's probably the one that I discovered. Oh, it's not, but yeah. Might have been closer. Because you can go out far enough and probably find the thing that you're looking for, like that. I'm pretty sure I've seen that get used in some of the shapes you have to make. It sort of feels like you could go anywhere and get the thing that you want, which is why I'd like the search function, so you don't have to do it manually like this. Yeah, we want that indent on all sides, which we found over here and started using it for this. Could possibly redirect it. Yeah, it feels kind of disappointing to not start with a more efficient setup. But look, another one of those. See, the other ones, they pop up enough to make me hopeful. Ooh. Ooh, here we go. I'm sick of naming these things. Let's go milestone. Just grab that. Because we know where the other one is. I'm just going to leave it unnamed. Okay, so if we ship that all the way up... God, it's a long way away, isn't it? It's a long way away. But yeah, so let's actually leave that where it is, since we're not hurting. So we're going to go into our blueprint library. This is where I really need a folder. Okay, that opens my system folder. I thought they were like create folder. Maybe that's the way to do it. Full belts. Oh, full belt? Okay, it just lagged a little bit. So now that appears at the top. So then when I go full extractor to belt, that could probably do with a bit of a rename. Let me go to the top. Dude, it don't want me to... Hang on. Maybe that's not the way... Ugh. Right click, change the folder here. There you go. So we'll call that extractor to belt, and it's in full belts. Yeah, so full belts, extractor to belt, and then let's say, you know, we want to create a big array of these. So we might wiggle this around so we can get like a heck of a lot out of here. Also, that seems to have the painter included, which was not supposed to be there. So let's just call it extraction. I'll call it that for now. Right, so that wait, that's extraction, and then a thing happened. Oh my goodness me, I totally skipped over this a moment ago, didn't I? What is this thing doing? It's already prepping. How did I not notice that a second ago? Let's go home. This is such a kerfuffled start to my experiment. Where was it? Over here? I'm glad I didn't delete the previous one. Here it is. How did I not register that when I was looking at it a moment ago? So we extracted the full, except it wasn't quite, and then created... What is this? This is like... I mean, we actually end up with the correct shape. I guess I totally forgot I did that. Now, if I go and do this the other way, the difference would be that we would get more because we wouldn't be cutting away half. This destroys half. It took me a long time to build that, and then I come back and look at it and I realize this could be more efficient, which is probably a common recurrence. So this right here should basically be a separate thing. I think I might just abandon this over here. Yeah, let's go abandon it. Let's actually just, yeah, do away with that. Okay, and then delete the marker. Oh, that was a little detail missed. Important detail. So, where is it? Okay, so we make another blueprint. So the full extraction is here. So full belts, extract. Let's go into our library. Okay, this is then what do we do in this? This is like one whole to opposites, but it is sort of dependent on which part you're cutting out. And I think we called this opposite halves, so we'll call it whole to opposite. So we save that inside of full. Op halves, that's the name of that shape. Right, the idea being though that the input and the output is always the same. So then we got to do, I guess, the painting process, of which there actually needs to be 2, if I'm not mistaken. Where do we go again? Yeah, we actually have to paint 2 different colors and put them back together. So this is going to require a couple of things. The first thing we're going to build is a splitter, I think. So if I go like that, and then over here. See, that's good for one belt. How do I do this with lots of belts? That's kind of what I'm thinking. Because the next one has to cross over it. Which makes this super awkward. Do you reckon using rotators and swappers instead of cutters and stackers to do would be more space efficient? Not quite sure. Here's what's annoying. Immediately, like, I've got all the other stuff planned in my head, but I did not plan on making a splitter. Now, a splitter won't use that exit, or it could do. I'm gonna make it like literally split left and right. And I'm putting these all the way out here because I think we're going to need the other space a lot more. So that's one successful split. This one needs to come over here. It needs to go up a level to go over the other one. And then down a level. So that's looking good. This might be a case of just walking through it a step at a time. Anchor that there, do this. Okay, then this one, what happens here? I think we've got to go up here, right? Can it go there like that? No, that doesn't work. So we go up, forwards, cross, down. Already starting to run out of a bit of space. It could be that let's say we do actually really need to make good use of that vertical space. Right, look at how I've done it there. So maybe what I should have done here is go like that. And then round there. Okay, then the fourth one goes up here. Is there something I'm not seeing here? What do you think, chat? Am I doing this the way it's to be done, or am I missing something? I wouldn't be surprised if I'm missing something. Okie doke. Did I end up unlocking the third layer? I did. So now we want to do the same thing again. This is... This feels like it's going to get messy. Look at where the first split is. You got that, and then you got this. What I'm worried about is that the next thing has to go up to the third floor, and I'm pretty sure it's going to block the next thing, right? Well, actually, let's go ahead and put the third floor in. Maybe visualizing this will help us solve it a bit more. So then we've got the third floor there. Now the next one, just had another thought. This is going to split them equally, but if we ran more tracks together, it might. Seems kind of fudgy. All right, chat. You need to tell me if you're following what I'm doing right now. Just looking at chat. No input on what we're trying to achieve, so just want to know if y'all are with me. Nope, says Becca. Okay. We can't go under, right? Okay, so let's try something different at this level. This is... I might have made a mistake at the very beginning by going into the first floor. Oh my god, I just realized something. This is entirely pointless. Dear Lord. Dear Lord. What am I doing? There's already a splitter. That is your splitter. It looks like it does it equally as well. Oh, thank goodness, because that was starting to get a bit hairy. Okay. Right, yeah, it needs to connect to something. You can't just leave it there, but that exists. That exists. Okay, so that's your splitter. You don't need to make a splitter, right? Now, we were splitting it. We were splitting it to make two painters, I think. Splitting them up, going to make two painters. Now, I think the painter is going to have to fit on this type of foundation. I also think that we're going to use the middle tile as an entrance. Like, it's easy... When we build this array, it's going to blow up and get bigger, but the point is we're going to create schematics of, like, every step of the way. It'd be interesting to know if that could become a schematic. It can. So we'll call it a splitter. Put it in there. And then if I load it, yeah. Huh. Very good. Okay. Now we've got to create a painter for the full thing, right? So if we go to the original painter, as long as it fits on the platform, it don't matter. It looked like it'd be too much of a squeeze to put it in a different platform. Where we got that classic 2x1 painter set up. Do you know, it's probably actually in my blueprints. So go grab the 2x1 painter. Dang it. Can I just do Control V again? Yep. So, items come in here. Seems like an obvious place to start is right in front of you, but no, it's not. So that's going to do 4, right? I think the way I want to set this up is just looking at these pipes here. I think you're going to want that 3 times over, but you're going to want it aligned over here. So we want it to be in line with that, but we need the space to bring the belts around. So we're going to need like somewhere like that. And then we bring the first one up, bring the second one up, bring the third one up. What was that? And the fourth one. Okay, so now if we nip out all of that, you can kind of see the placement can go this way a little bit more. Then in terms of putting them close together, I'm not entirely sure how close we want them. Probably makes sense to just try and be efficient with it, right? Now this layout seems to be good, so we're going to stick with it. Let's go ahead and put it there. I think that gives us the wiggle room we're looking for. And then you got that. Right, now obviously this bit here isn't aligned, so we're going to go ahead and probably remove this pipe. And then there's a little module that I've already built somewhere. Maddie Ray, thank you so much for 15 months. Bro, do be shaping. Hope all is well and you're taking care of yourself. I am, my dude. Thank you for asking. Hope you're well as well. And I am indeed doing shapes. So, you can see where this is going to go, right? Well, kinda. That one's going to go to there. This one to here. Right, so now they're all in a line next to each other to go to the next bit. But here's the thing. We want to build everything for, like, full belts, okay? So that means... Have I unlocked the tanks for these things yet? It might be a good idea to add those in if there's space. Fluid tank, I have actually. Huh. It can store that much and it runs that much through it, which is less than this, so you shouldn't use it as an intermediary. I don't think I want to add storage. It kind of doesn't make much sense to add storage, I don't think. Okay, let's make sure we get that going the right way. So not only do we need... What the heck? Why am I on belts? So we want to hook that up to our system. Then we want to go up a floor. Basically do the same thing at this level. Go up a floor again, so we can pull in from all levels. Now we've got to connect all of that. And I think the way to do it, because there's 4 pipes, I reckon there might be a thing where like this limits how much can go through at one time. But I'm really not here to figure that out today. Okay, so the stuff at the top can go to this stuff, and then the middle stuff connects it all. All right. So that's like one pipe setup. Now, let's go ahead and copy this. And then align it with that and the middle. Kind of hard to tell. I think we're there. Then we need to do the same thing again. And here's where my idea falls flat. We're gonna have to redesign the pipe layout to basically line up with this thing. So where do these things kind of cross over? They're sort of off by 1. Just need to do the same thing again with the belt layout. 1, 2, 3. Gonna have that 4th one there. So really it could just go there. And how far away from the edge was the other one? Like 1, 2, 3, Thor? Okay. That's that. I think for the sake of compactness and looks, I might go ahead and actually shimmy this down so it's a lot closer to the middle. Do that. Yeah, we're not going to need much more space than that. And then same over here. How far away are they? Oh, they're literally like... Oh. Oh, wow. Now all of a sudden it looks kind of ugly. Because that will go there, right? Gives me the space for that one. Okay, I'm gonna shimmy the one in the middle then, since we're doing this thing for looks a little bit, apparently. That looks roughly about in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's 6 on that side. I think that counts as being in the middle. At least it does to me. Okay, I also reckon what you probably do is have the first set of belts go straight into the middle. Like this. Okay, and then your pipes are just going to need a bit of copy paste, I think. So if we take that and copy paste it here and then here, I should have left myself, yeah, there's going to be, oh, wait a minute. So these can go under that one and then come up and go across here. But that can't come directly over here, right? Okay, so if this one were on the bottom side and it went across it first, where would those upper belts be going? They would be going... Yes. Okay, so I think the way we actually have to do this is to flip it and put that one down here. Redo the belts in a minute. Okay, grab this stuff. So the belts there are going to go down to this one, and then the triple belts will go over the top and up to this one, I think. I think that's going to work. Okay, so I can see it's in line with that bit. That means we chuck it here. Not sure what happened there. That is a lot of... What the heck? Oh, is it off by one or something? Huh. We'll just rebuild it. There you go. Okay, so now we've got to deal with the second height of belt. Like that. And like this. And down. Very good. Hey, we've got an Evil X in the his house. It's Lucaro1357 for 68 bumps. Thank you for all, my dude. Thank you for all you do, my dude. Got there in the end. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Lone Shack says, oh, this is an interesting game. It is, it is. You can check the stats on the right side. There is an information of consumption of each machine. Yeah, I'm aware of that. Okay, right. So now we go to the third floor. And we go around like this. Uh-huh. Which one we selected? Number 4 is there. And that's actually going to go straight across to that one, I think. But we'll do like we've done with these other ones. And give it that kind of neatness. Some good old neatness. Okay. How is this thing aligned? Just check in some of its alignment again. Yeah, I think this is going to work. This is definitely going to work. Just got to get that paint in at some point. Alright, so technically they don't have to go back the same way they came out, but that's the way we'll do it. So then we go up here around to the corner. It's a bit easier when you're zoomed in, I think. Dev says this game just consumes your soul like Factorio. Yep. Got that one to play later in the year. All right. Over here, I don't think we want this one. Go down. Like that. Okay, and then... Wait, I think I did a mistake at the last bit. Alright, so full belts all the way. Just got to connect this bit up now. I think. What are we doing here? Just realigning our connections, I think. Yeah, you can see that one goes close. We don't want to go too close with that, though, because I think we might run into this other problem. So, where a pipe bends downwards, you can't actually connect. But you can do that. So, that's 1, 2, 3. And then for the fourth one, we've got to shim-sham around. So, something similar here is that one doesn't connect and that one doesn't. So, if we just look at the alignment problem we got here. We've got to do that. Then we've got to come over here, do that. And then they're all connected. Now, this is my master full belt painter module. I'm never going to do this again, is the idea. I'm never going to build this platform ever again because it's built for the highest efficiency to some extent. I'll probably learn something about the game later on that means I've got to rebuild this, right? And I look at that, and you could probably imagine us being able to shimmy it so that it fits into a 3x2. I think it would be a real stretch to put it in a 2x2, but those are not platforms you're offered. So anyway, we get to save this as our painter, I guess, inside of full belts. So we know that's going to do that. Now, we'll go ahead and delete that platform. We will load our full belt painter. And we'll zoom in so we can see what it's doing. We're going to flip that. And that is the correct way to do it. Right, so then we've got these painters set up. So we're probably going to have space pipe coming in from somewhere. Something like this. Not entirely sure. Right, anyway, we paint both of those things a different color, then we got to bring them back together. So we do that with belts. Belts will bring them back together. And this is where the layout management is going to be rather interesting. I think we might be able to squeeze this onto this size platform, but it's going to be one heck of a squeeze. We can always start and then come back later. So the belts will go around and eventually come back here is sort of the idea, right? So as we zoom out, you can see how this is not going to be optimized for space in terms of putting things next to each other. But you could also design this where the output is over there or something, right? I just figured if I design it going this way, at some point I'll want it going that way. So we'll start with that, and then if you want to go crazy, you could take this full belt stuff and really go ham with it. Okay, so we're going to have those items come back together. One of them is going to need a rotation, right? A 180 rotation. Here's where we're going to create a whole bunch of schematics now, because if I zoom in here and we go, let's go grab... Like, I don't want to rebuild everything each and every time, right? So let's go and grab that. Plop it there. And I should have something similar somewhere for the inputs. I mean, that's really short, unfortunately. These ones immediately turn a corner. Where have I got, like, full belt inputs I can just grab? Not down there. Maybe something here. There's not a lot of full belt over here. I think I'm just going to have to build it, aren't I? Okay, so back to this spot. Gonna go bring these in to the middle. We might be able to copy and paste them up and down platforms. Looks like we can. Okay, there in the middle. We shall go ahead and... Right, so rotators, right? 90 clockwise. Right, I'm going to need that copied to here. That needs to be copied and go up. Up again. Did I put a fifth one in? I did. So that's your like 90-degree clockwise module, right? Let's go check the name of it again quickly. 90 degrees clockwise was correct. So we save this and we never have to do that again. Now, instead of, you know, baking that onto a platform with something else, it's now permanently inside of that module. So we're going to sort of zoom out from this view of the game and do a lot more stuff at that level. So then we'll put in the counterclockwise. And now if ever I need to do this kind of manipulation, like it's inside this one module. And you know, if you wanted to get really advanced, you can maybe make ones where they also then turn the corner, right? Does this game have a similar end goal to like Factorio or something, says Huckle? Hey, dude, hi. The end goal is not entirely clear apart from like unlocking all of the game's features. So yeah, like an alternate platform here is to have it come off at a corner and then you can, I don't know, save it as such. Because on occasion, you might want to design your layout a little more compact. I don't think we're going to do that today. So now we want to put in the 180. Which is the one... No, we're not using that one. We just need a... like a clockwise, I think. So... just call it 180. Alright, so get rid of that. Go into here and grab the 90 degrees clockwise because we want to rotate one of them. Then we've got to build the joiner setup. So this fluid belt will probably be somewhere different. And then here, we want to use stackers to join them together, right? By the way, these bent ones, like I've never really seen where they're useful. If you did make use of them, I'm pretty sure you'd have to like use them like this. And immediately it feels like the fact that you can steer these all back onto one belt is much better because these are the same. Actually, they're 4. That's interesting. So they're technically faster corner stackers. I'm not sure if they stack differently as well. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Remember, we've got to do this 3 times over and have the space for these things to converge using multiple floors. It's going to be a tricky one. It's going to be very tricky. I think I just have to start building. And I got to do that 4 times over. I think I'm going to need a bigger platform. Like, if we just use that as a bit of a guideline to begin with, I need that 3, 4. So that does 1 belt. Then we'd need, like, to squeeze in another one here. Another one there. I don't think it fits. Is there, like, a 3x1? There's a 2x2 and I can unlock it. I also get the cross that way. I think I'm going to end up putting this on a 3x3 though. Didn't save the 90 counterclockwise in the full belt. Really? Oh wait, did I put it in the wrong folder? Right, okay, move that in there. There we go. Thought I didn't save it. Dang. Oh, I need 2 rotators per belt. Of course I missed something simple like that. Ah. Oh dear. Okay. All of that. And I fluffed it. It's actually not that difficult. It's just this game. I'm always oh, forgot to do that. You know, it's just part of it. I think I might need a little more space if I'm seeing it correctly. Oh, back to this then. Okay. Take that. Go upper floor. This is our counterclockwise, isn't it? I think I'm going to make the rest of them if and when I need them, actually. Because you know how that concept works now. So we need to go delete that one. Counterclockwise. And 180. And then do it again. Save. 90 clockwise. With 4 belts. So back to this thing. I think that's going to be an absolute nightmare to fit it in there. Can probably squeeze it into a 2x2, but I think I might just go with a 3x3 for it. Being said, did I already build some stacking component? Oh my god, I think I did, and I think it was actually here, and I deleted it. And then I deleted everything else. That can't be right. I wouldn't delete it, would I? No, wait. I'm thinking of this. Ah, this is what I'm thinking of. Oh, hello. This is not stacking, but this is like very similar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That layout is what we want to do with stacking. Right? Except this all starts from one set of belts, so no. We're going to have our belts come in at opposite directions. I think we should do this on a 3x3. And it can go out in that direction. Earthy Spacers, I don't regret buying this game. For me, the charm has started to wear out a little bit as we get into these higher levels of complexity, but I'm hoping that by doing everything now with this mentality of having like a full belt module like this and saving it and using it is gonna like help a lot. But then you got to go build all of these things, and it's just like, ugh, this is a bit wild. Why am I not getting my belts up here? There we go. Okay, so we're gonna want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, and this platform is just massive. Massive. I think we're always going to have these on the bottom floor. And we'll align them sort of over from this. Where are we? Like the first belt. That makes sense. Then we can look at having 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe put a gap. And then it certainly ends with enough space, I think. That kind of makes it look like it might end up fitting into the that shape, but no, it probably won't. Probably won't. Anyway. Oh, we're off by 1 here? That's fine. Actually, no. Kind of not, because this one would go over there somewhere. I want to start with that one. We got Lark Ixon here for 2 months. Lark, thank you so much for your 2 months of support. I hope you're entertained by the shape making. It's gotten pretty advanced today. But we're going to do it. We're going to get there. Sometimes my brain ain't braining, says Earthy Space. I think we can all relate to that. Okay, going to flip that. Kinda. Not sure if that really helped as much as I wanted it to. Okay, got to think about where the outputs are going to go, right? Yeah, they're going to need space as well. And then these ones are going to need space. So the second floor will come across, then it'll go across to here. Needs a bit of space to like drop down. It's tricky. It's tricky to map it out. So these things are going to go up to the second floor like a little sooner. So the second floor will go across here and then and the third floor I think will be behind that, maybe. Am I planning on building a make everything machine at some point? Definitely not. My brain is not getting much further than where I'm currently at. So it might make sense to start with the outputs, funny enough. We're gonna know we know we're gonna need like this coming from somewhere. But then the second stuff can be directly on top of it. So when it comes to the third, we can be like this. Don't really need to do that actually. Although I do need to avoid the second floor here. That's interesting. Does that mean it might be better to have the output come the other direction? No. Oh, this is. In my mind, I also want to make sure it looks neat, which I think is just going to hold one back. So, yeah, let's go up here. Do it like that. Oh, no, that's wrong. Oh, gosh. Right, up, up. And over you go. Be nice. Oh, yeah, over here you can change the visibility of the floors, I think. Might help a little bit here and there. So that was the output for the third floor. The output for the second is going to be interesting because you need to leave space for the second row to go in here and there. So let's go ahead and do this bit next. Just get these in place. Okay. Right, so that is all of that, except we haven't put in these bits. I think we're good to now go ahead and do that, actually. Yeah, all of that can go there, right? So then these secondary outputs are really going to be manipulated by the inputs here. So let's go ahead. Oh yeah, I learned something a minute ago, didn't I? We can do this. Okay, and then we have to go like that. Now that is looking promising. I like this bit of the soundtrack. Bringing in a little electric guitar. Like, now here's where you can see these outputs get messy. I think the trick is just to send them in from the other side, right? Like, I can make better use of this space if I just go the other direction. I think, because no, wait, there's inputs that go in there as well. What am I doing? They'll be the second floor, so actually no, that does kind of work for us. But then we got, oh my god, so much overlapping going on here. It's crazy. Right, what is that about? Get rid of that. So that looks good. Let's go do the third floor next. Now here, what I want to do is go up like that. Does that put? Okay, it does put that in. I kind of want a section more like that, I think. Oh, how did that get added? Yeah, that's kind of where we're looking at. I think they'll just go all the way over here, right? They need to be one higher. About there. I think that works. I guess I could do that and then rotate. Ah, are we? No, we're not on the right floor. That's why. There we go. It's tricky. It's tricky stuff. Let's now grab that. Go down a floor and in like that. It's a bit tricky sussing out exactly where you are on this grid. Okay, that's good. It feels like I'm building a motherboard circuit or something, you know? I think that's what this game is secretly getting me to do. You could let the outputs from Module 1 be further away to give yourself more space. Yeah, I probably could have actually spaced these out diagonally, right? Like if one were up here, and then one in the middle and then one in the corner, I probably would have given myself a lot more space. But you know, as long as it gets the job done, then we're good, I think. Let's go. Oh, what's going on there? Let's go ahead and get this bit done. Right, so first bit's done. Now we got the second ones. Right. Should be a little more obvious where to put these. Okay, then I guess not like that. Give them a good rotation. Bring them in to somewhere around here, I think. About there. That's the one. That's not though. Oh yeah, then we got this challenge. Okay. So we have the outputs of 2 lot, but we decided these outputs were going to come this way. Ugh, weird. I think I can see how it's going to work. Just got to get this bit right. Because they're coming in from higher up, which I think is to our advantage. Yeah, going in. Going in, then coming out. So our third layer can go straight over the top, drop down right in front of this. So I think I'll build that bit and then the following bit. And it should actually be quite similar to this. So let's go and flip that. Yeah, possibly could have put it all a little bit closer, but at this point I'm good. So here we want to go. Is it there? I think it's here. It's two in between. So there's that bit. So now these output belts that we got back here have got to wrap round the very last bit. Definitely not the most efficient way it could have been done. I'm not here to make that argument, believe me. Oh, and then you got a little artifact at the back here. Just makes it more beautiful, really, doesn't it? Its flaws are beautiful. It doesn't have to be the prettiest thing. Okay. So about there. Looks good. Oh my god, this thing is actually done. This is where we find out there's a major flaw with the whole idea. Oh, you didn't actually need to build the stacker all along, X? I'd be like, oh my god, why? Why me? Alright, let's save it. Because I never want to build that again. Stacker. Put it in the full belts. If ever we need to stack two things, we now have the means to do that. Okay. So currently, we're going to build that shape that sits on top. Very good. There's still a long way to go. There's also this right here, which happens to be the shape directly below it. I think I'm going to switch over to doing some of that now. So we don't need to process. We need this. It's actually a schematic. I don't know why I'm coming back. That's the extract. So we really want to maximize the amount of these we can get out of this project. I think we'll go like that. For convenience sake, I know we're not using all of that space. Then an extra one on the end. So that's 4 so far. 6. Can we get 8 here? 8 would just be amazing, wouldn't it? I think I can see a way for us to get 8. Or very close to it. Right, now let's look at the... it's not quite, is it? We can put 2 on there, but all of these have 3 feeding into them. Oh, maybe there is a way. So... this is like a little puzzle right here. Let's go look at this. We want that. Hey, we did a thing. So that puts 3 into that one. Now we're missing one up here. Okay, that one goes into there. So then we want... that one's got 3 as well, and then... now, does that give us 8 in total, right? I think it does. So, 8 full belts of this stuff. And what we need to do with it is duplicate it. So, it's going to be 4 and 4, and then stack. So, we've got to paint, and yada, yada, yada. Okay. Let's zoom out to this level. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the other ones are just going to like cart around from behind sort of approach. What is going on with that? Okay, but we're going to need to stack, which we just built the thing for, that with one that's been painted. So if we go into our stacker. Now that's an interesting way in which they come from, because I'm picturing our output going in that direction. I think using trains to drop off our supplies here might make a little more sense, because then we can color them, put them on the train, and drop them off. Now the problem here is, look at that. So my free wide extractors collide with the fact that that itself is free wide, which is unbelievably irritating. It doesn't give you the space to like shimmy it over by one. So these belts are going to have to stagger. So let's go ahead, copy, paste. 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 Paste again. Get rid of that. Now, fortunately, we have just enough space to make this work. There you go. Alright, so now all of this is going to be awaiting yellow equivalents from the opposite side. Now we created a painting setup, right? Painter, zoom in, let's have a look at how it works. So we've got to get a belt. I could put it there and have the belt, but not over here. Interesting. I think we're going to end up using a lot of trains around here. Zoom in again. I like where the output is. Here we'd probably want it staggered by about 1. And then here we need some serious staggering. Actually, do we? Yeah, we do for pipes. It's not actually clear how that's going to work here. Although I have been debating using trains. So we could have triple trains dropping these things off. So that would look like this. Unloaders? I think I might... actually, I don't think the direction is that important as of right now. So that looks okay, doesn't it? It's just a case of shimmying things around so you got the right amount of space. So we're going to have a train come through and drop off all of the yellow stuff, and then we want a train to maybe move those things around over to here. This is not going to look like I thought it would. Thought it was going to look a little different to this. I wonder if I can borrow this yellow patch right here. Yellow's the color we need. Are these extractors doing... Right, this is an old setup, actually. This is an old setup. So if we go up to the colors in this area... Yellow. I mean, I didn't have to go specifically to yellow, but this is it. And it's full belt. Except here, I designed it so it would go over to there. But let's yoink that. If that's... I want to save that as extractor fluids. And we can do the station stuff, you know, in our own time. So how many of these have we got? I need at least 3, right? Multiples of 3. That feels like way too small a patch. Let's go take over this one. So let's... I don't know quite how to math this. If any genius out there wants to do it. Whoops, let's Z that. So that's good for like the one station that we got. Let me double check this. We're loading it all up onto one train. Right. Because there are 3 different... Oh, I missed something important here. These pipe networks should have connected to each other, maybe. So they could share the fluids more. We might have to modify that then. But we do want it to load up 3 times over. So we want our station to be united, essentially. I think the thing to do is to use the belt. Space pipe even. So kind of just want to get this to the same spot. Like that. And then put a train here. So fluids, fluid loader, locomotive. Oh, I've got the white one. Let's do... Oh, I see. Let's go with a white train. I haven't used those yet. Fluid wagon. Okay, then we go ahead. Oh, by the way, I can add multiple to the same track to keep visiting it over and over again. But if we zoom in, right, that's creating what we need. Now we need the train track, the rail, to like go, and we need to stop. We need to stop. We now need this to go and deliver. So heading back over here, we need these to be sort of spaced out reasonably. Like there's going to be a stop. Yeah, see, it's too close. Got to think about where the output of that goes as well. I think this one needs to come down a block. This one probably needs to come down several. Because we're going to have overlapping stuff here. So there's going to be that. There it is again. Let's put in a train stop. Yeah, okay. So this whole like zoomed out putting pieces together is interesting, but immediately this layout that we first designed sort of feels like it's getting in the way because of where the this comes out, right? So I think we'll try and go in that direction. And I think I might make that the end of the line as well, so these belts don't get too close. So this is where we need to use the underground bit, which doesn't. I don't think it has a hotkey. So that's our output. Let's do the same thing again here. Although it did say something about tab. Guess that works. Right. So after that, these can turn, and then they're in parallel, so we can do something else with them. I think there might be another case to be made here, though, that putting a station with a train might also work. This game is getting crazy complicated. Crazy complicated. Right, I'm going to stand. I've been sat. My bum is numb. Do islands ever run out of resources, as 8brother? They do not. They do not. This is very much power play game. Very much a power play game. So, in theory, I could be doing all of this at the same scale I'd done in the past, and we probably would have created this shape already and moved on to the next one, right? But that's not quite how it works. I think after doing this one, unless I think about ways to scale this better, I think I might be happy just doing these the quick way, and then completing the whole thing. But yeah, I could have done this on a smaller scale. We're trying to sort of glimpse into how to scale up, and we're finding that this zoomed out approach with like these high capacity setups are also a little tricky to work with, but we're figuring it out. So over here, our belts are going to have to go to our two little stations. See, if this input was like over there, I don't know. Feels like it would work different or better, but it will probably be just as complicated. Right, I think I'm gonna pivot here. Let's take that. Put you there. Put that one there. No, this has to go back another block. Oh, easy there. Oh, then that's in the way of that, right. And we need our stops. So that one's certainly a-okay, isn't it? But this one needs to turn and give the other one a bit of space. So I think if we go like that, and this one goes like this, then that will go to there. Although, aren't we sending the output the other way around? Anyway, there you go. Okay, let's get this thing up and running, because this is all done now. Anchor point, in you go. There we are. Let's see it in action. Here comes the train. I'm curious what your milestone is at. I only got to 5 so far. I think we're at like 8. 7, 8, I don't know. 8. Okay. Right, first all of that gets dropped off. Or doesn't. Oh, these are shapes. Dear Lord. Why couldn't they just be compatible with both, eh? I guess then you'd have both like fluids and shapes sitting on the same track. Okay. So these belts that will paint stuff will eventually make their way up here. So they've got to come up here in an array, which might make more sense for it to come to the left, but we could also do it with a train. So let's go back to shape unloading. So if we wanted to do that with a train, for some reason I got a feeling the train needs to come from the other direction. Something like that to bring those shapes in. Then we've stacked the first component and then they go all the way up to join the other one, which has got to be done on a train as well. So I think you're looking at having... that's the wrong thing. Another train. Let's go ahead and put the rail there as well. Why did it not copy that bit correctly, I wonder? Oh, it did this time. Going to be looking at something like that, aren't we? So we want that to be a very short journey if we're going to do it that way. And then all of these need to go... need a train to visit each of these. I think I might do that with belts instead of a train. Just because it's kind of around the corner. Yeah, let's do it with belts. I'm going to do that. Might have wanted to kept those. Right, belt number 1. We did set it up to go over here, didn't we? We'll start again. Okay, it goes under to there. Then you need space to turn and go under. That's the bit I haven't quite seen. Oh, look at this. It's just always just a little bit icky. Let's tab back. Oh, just enough. There's your first one. Now, I don't think you can go as far as the whole platform. No, it didn't. It didn't like that, did it? And then what's weird about that is now you've got this output belt in the way. Ugh. It's never easy, is it? I think I can see a way to do it though. If we shim-sham this, then you don't have enough space to turn. Oh, this is getting ugly. I thought this setup would look beautiful, but no. Oh, then you don't have... Oh my god, this is... Okay. I think it's going to work better if we just take that, plop it here. Okay. This should give us enough room. Let's find out. Go up there, go under. No. Controls can be a bit finicky like that. So we've got a problem with this one. Should be able to solve it. Because this one can go there. And now that one can just go straight on. And that one can go there. Right, so we'll tighten all of this up. We'll have you go there. Oh, look at us, we're doing it. It's unbelievably expensive though. And not as elegant as I thought it would be. Actually, you know, looking at that, I think the first setup we did here was amazing, although it's probably a lot more simple, isn't it? This one's proving to be a bit of a pain. What's the betting, though, that the stacking is like the wrong side and I need to flip it? That's the next thing we've got to learn. So, Okay, so something wrong when we're placing that belt. Now it's fixed. Where are we at with everything? We're getting them. We're getting them. They're coming through. They're not over here. They're not those ones. Why are they not... Why are they only at the first one? Is it because we're not getting enough liquids? This is probably quite a long train journey, isn't it? Oh, look at how much liquid is sitting there. Okay, let's go ahead and do something interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then grab the rail. Do that. Oh, you can just spam them. You can just spam them. Now, this is where we therefore might end up needing to get like more out of this. Possibly could have put the trains back here and created like another one. Well, actually, this might be really easy to scale now. So if I do... Oh, whoops, I wasn't supposed to cut them off. Look at that. Wow. Oh, boy. That was silly. Can we have that back, please? So it was there. Just do away with that. Right, that was a quick scaling up. We doubled it. So... They'll stop here. Right, but there's nothing to grab yet. But when there is, it can go on, if there's space. And now we've got loads and loads of trains. They're going to continuously be shuffling back and forth through all of this. Hopefully keep it stocked up. Right, is it the right way around, is the next question. The answer is yes. Now we have to go finish doing the other bit and then join them together somewhere. Right, let's grab our outputs though, because I think this thing's going to be running now, so we kind of want it to just be ready for the next bit. Do that. So that might be a train station. Not sure. We'll see. The innocent tomato says, "Ah, trains, my love." Yeah, we got trains. Wasn't yellow on the bottom of the picture? Oh God. How and why? Okay, so cut, flip, paste. Minor detail, my friend. I want to clear like anything getting out of there. Done dealio. Right, so full belt of those now. 4 full belts. So we need 4 full belts of this. I can't even remember what on earth we were doing now. This has gotten so complicated. Right. We want that module several times over. 4 to be precise. So we better get this right. I can picture it a little bit more. That's going into there. So then this clearly, I think, needs to be back by 1 at the very least, so that it can have a belt go straight to it from both sides. Then we just got to deal with these. And the only space to put the connecting things really are here. Maybe we'll change this up a bit. Let's go and move that like further away, and maybe we'll do the whole thing. Remember this can go somewhere else as well, so don't worry about that. Let's go for fluid unloading. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we got 2 stops, 3 each. We're facing that way, are we? Oh, these are different, aren't they? Ha 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 ha. They're different. That might... Oh my God, what does that mean? That means I'm going to have to hook them up to 2 colors, and I'm going to have a... Like a missing one in the middle would be the idea. So we have 1 stop, and then we're going to have a thing, like a gap in the middle. So the rotation here won't matter, but we're going to go get those 2 colors onto 1 train together. So if I pick a spot where I think the colors are close together, like over here, we want to go back to this setup, but just without, I think without the trains for now. Okay, so zooming in on one. Kind of want to flip that, I think. Don't want a locomotive on it just yet. So that's one of the colors, is the first three. Seems pretty easy. Go to the next color. Little adaptation is required. We have 2 missing extractors. Now we have 1 missing extractor and a missing variant. That's actually quite awkward. Let's go and rotate. And we can put all of it in. Now this one, the stop has to be somewhere else, remember? It's got to be 1, then we have 1, 2, 3, and then on top of that tile is where our train stop is. And that will do the job. Okay. So, draw a line between the two, because we did all the hard stuff first, right? We did all the hard stuff first, I think. Got a noise in the air. We'll read that in a second. I just want to finish setting this up, as you can imagine. Locomotives. We want 1, 2, 3, 4 here. I've got a feeling any more than that is probably unnecessary. Well, why not? Why not? Just in case, you know. Let's put 8. Now, we want 1, 2, 3. Then technically I can have a filler wagon, which I've not used before. 1, 2, 3. We want that. And then we'll scale that down. Oops. Like so. And then they should be ready to go. But we've got to bring them to their destination, which is somewhere all the way over here. Okay, let's have a look. This is oriented the wrong way around. Does that... They're all the wrong way around as well, right? Nice. We need to stop. Oh, we could have seen it in action. Where did I put the locomotives again? Oh yeah, all the way at the end. Okay, that's fine. Gun! 301! 75 months. Evil X. In his house. Happy Monday, everyone. Get to tune in on a bit of a drive. Definitely a pleasant surprise to be able to catch some of the stream. Hope you all have a fantastic week. Thank you, Gun. I really appreciate it. 75 months. Amazing to have you around for so long. You could use a branch of track unique per color. I could have, but this is probably more efficient, right? Like, it just means less stuff here. It takes 2 stops. There's... should be more trains than that. Did I not hook them up? Oh my god, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? There you go, here come the rest of them. Oh, we're going to be delivering colours now, aren't we? I've not seen that little bit in the middle there before. That filler wagon. Right, now we're really delivering colour. The only thing is, I have to scale this up, like, way more. So... that produces 1 output, and we're bringing 4 full belts over here, I believe. So we need to scale everything you see here up by 4. And that means this is probably not going to remain where it is. But it's a proof of concept that it's working, right? Oh god, this is so good. This scaling up was worth it. Alright, so let's take that part... and just shimmy it over here for now. I could actually like build it up a little bit more. Now that that's there, this won't be the end of the line, but what I can do is put in our space belt like that on either end, and then I can move this thing. If I really wanted to get compact with this, if I put it like that. Check this out. I mean, that is some absolute brain smarts going on right there. Now, you can picture that thing being scaled up really easily. So now all we got to do is go and grab this and reproduce it 4 times over. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, as for alignment, probably want to start with the first 2. So this one needs to go 1, 2 to give it space. Then if we go over here, we need to go 1, 2. That's not enough. That's not the way to look at it. Let's try again. I think I need to start here. Then go there. Do we need an extra 1, really? No, we don't. We can get away with that. I think it just did away with a station, though. Okay, so that is... This is starting to look amazing. Okay, right. Now, the distance to this is really just about how this looks. Oh, you only got to go there? So go back to... Let's get rid of this. Get rid of this here. So go back to this thing. And now just move it in a little bit. Yeah, so the bottom 2 connect. These ones don't. There you go. Connect the train. And then the final job is to bring these 2 things together and stack them, right? So... Whew, don't know quite how we're going to do that. Maybe with some trains. Maybe with some trains on this. Y'all are liking this. Beautiful. Very nice, says Winter Rose. It is very nice, isn't it? May need a lot more dye, though, to like max it out and get it really going. It is yet to be seen. Okay, there comes the magenta. Here comes some more magenta. So this one's obviously going to get it first every time. And as it backs up, we're hoping that all of them eventually fill up. But if they don't, it means we need to scale this sort of stuff up. So we could add like another train that has the same setup with yellow and magenta. It would just be like, where would you pull those from? Probably yellow there and magenta here. And then bring them in. Or yellow and magenta and bring it in. So that'll be a curious challenge to scale it up. Very curious challenge. Yellow, you think you mean cyan? No, yellow and purple. Oh my god, am I pulling in the wrong color? Jeez, why do I make stupid mistakes like this? Yeah, we're pulling in yellow and it's supposed to be cyan. Let's go ahead and... Oh no! No, it is cyan over here. Oh my god, okay, I kept... for some reason when I was looking at the map, I thought that was yellow. Oh, okay. Well, I just went and destroyed all of our stock for no reason. Golden TNT MSD, 14, thank you for 92 months. Greatly appreciated. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Having a good time and all that good stuff. Much appreciated. Right. We've really got to crack on now. I guess we're waiting for some dyers to fill up and actually arrive here. Got a lot of empty trains coming in. So maybe there's too many trains on the track, but I don't know. Not done this sort of scaling before. I mean, it certainly is sending a lot of dye around, isn't it? Once it gets going, it will get going. So, let's just presume we got the right output. Okay. So, we're going to want a module to combine these, and I think it's this one, isn't it? That's our stacker module. We now want to stack that on top of. Now, the thing here is that the top side is up there. So when I copy this, I want to flip it and then rotate it like that. Now, let's just double check. That don't look... Is that right? Yeah, no. The top side will be these ones. So now, each and every one of these needs that. And on the opposite side, I can't help but feel a train would be appropriate. So if we go put our shape loaders... let's flip it. Actually, why it comes from the other direction? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, how far apart are these spaced out? That many blocks, which is 8. If we go look at these over here and rotate, they are not 8 apart, right? And if they were, that would kind of be magic. I could do lots of trains, just stopping each and every one. And I think I will do that. I think that's what I will do. Okay, I know what to do. So, train stops go in front. We know that. Then the rail goes like this. So that's the easy bit at the end. That's very easy. Then we've got these outputs that have got to get sent onto a train. Oh my god, the amount of trains we're using is ridiculous. Right, now down here, shape loaders. Do I have shape loaders over there or unloaders? Let's go to the... no, train stops. Let's double check this. Those are the wrong thing. Getting so close now, peeps. So close. So these wagons, I think they're going to be one each, right? These locomotives of ours. Shape wagon. Rail. That's it. Got a little expressway. Now, what are the trains doing right now? Are they like booting up? Are they figuring it all out? And then they're like, off we go. Dude, there's some stock coming through right now. Yes. Get loaded up. Whew. Now, you've already got some, so you can't take any more. We should probably buy the train speed upgrades now. That would be quite logical to get next, because we're relying on them so much. Anyway, off they go. And they're going to bring these things over here. How far are we along with this stuff? How are our dyes doing? Right, we've got... Look at this. Full battery of dye. When we zoom in, we see the colour. Our belts... Oh, look at this. It's happening. It's happening, y'all. It's happening. That is correct. That is the correct thing. Okay, don't give me no panic attacks now. Oh, look, they're all ready for a delivery. Give us a fresh delivery. The ones down here are probably going to get it first, aren't they? So they're going to unload and then sit on the belts doing nothing. Right, and this one's like slowly backing up this way, as you can see. So it is a question of like, will this eventually get filled up all the way? To me, it looks like it might not. It looks like we probably need to double the capacity on this line, and maybe need to do something similar on the opposite. So to quickly do that, it's cyan and purple near each other. Cyan would be the last stop. Purple would be the first. So if we grab that and go to this cyan, I think I might need to flip this. Whew! Easy, easy. Then to that one. Not big enough. Ah, that could be a problem. That could be a big problem. Kind of want you to be big enough. Is there another cyan on the route? There is if I go down and around the corner. Okay. What's missing if I hold down shift? 2 hole extractors at the end. That actually might not be too difficult to fix here. Because... do that. Get a belt. Problem solved. This game is bizarre. It's a very strange game. Okay. Now, they are loaded in the same order. Cyan, then purple. Now, they just need to connect to the same line. And I think we'll make a junction down there. So let's pull that out to the side, come down, and then they'll just connect in here, and it should operate the same way. Wow. There is maybe now a bit of an issue with the amount of trains coming in here. So I'm also going to go back, and I think I'm going to halve the amount of trains that take these runs on both ends. There you go. Then they'll be coming in at about the same pace, but with more stock in theory. Whew. Okay, zooming in. How are we doing? Not so good. Anything here yet? Nope. Nothing going on there, but the stock is backing up. That's what we like to see. It is the correct stock. Oh my god, we are so close to doing this. So, the next bit's interesting because we got to get all of this stuff all the way back here. And I wanted to redesign this. That was part of my plan today, was to redesign this. To do the full belt stuff. There's also like another component of this full belt stuff that I was going to build today, but I'm not sure where it belongs yet. No, it belongs here at the end. That's why it's just popped back into my head. So I'm going to call it like a belt balancer or something like that, and it's actually going to be really important for this last bit. So just trying to think it out a little bit, I guess. Got to think ahead as we do this. I think what I might do is just disable some of these going in here for now. Like, let's not disable the whole thing. Let's use one side of this to experiment is kind of what I'm thinking. Because we are still getting towards our next milestones, but these are really slow now. And we want to experiment with unloading this other stuff. This right here, by the way, is completely pointless. Let's get rid of it. All right, let's come back to the experiment. How are we doing for dye over here as well? Oh, this is backed up all the way. So yellow dye is the top notch. And we are pumping this stuff out now. Getting it over there. And we just want to see some of that glorious output. So, what I want to do is have a belt balancer at some point that it's a one tile block. And what it's going to do is it's going to give every path, like from top to bottom, a way to get to the next one. Why is this not a full belt, by the way? Maybe it's got something to do with the dyeing. Like, are those actually supposed to be threes? No, they're twos. We have full belt there, and then it slowed down a little bit. I think maybe we... Uh-oh, we got a big problem on our hands. We got a big problem. We did not have that issue until I set up the next station thing. I think the issue is the... Wait, what is the issue? It goes cyan to purple. The stop faces the right way. That's the correct type of wagon. So cyan can only get in the first bit. Oh, the stop is incorrect at the second junction. Right, because I was copy and pasting stuff. Right. That makes a lot of sense. So there'd be a space, 1, 2, 3. Bam, it would belong there. Good spot, good spot. It's bound to happen with all this copy and pasting. Okay, so probably want to clear out a lot of this. That sucks. But we cleared it out. I mean, there'll be some junk stuff coming through. It will mess up the loaders because they all have to be the same type going in. But we haven't really got there yet, have we? So, struggling to think this through, this last bit through. I need a loading method to get them over there. And then I think the way I'm going to run the train stops around our home is if it stops, if we have lots of stops frequently, then they all get a chance to unload somewhere. And when they unload, I want to use the belt balancing because I've seen stock just sitting on here for ages because other stuff is coming in and competing. So if we have like belts that are unused here, it needs to find a way to get to them. So I think the belt balancing needs to come immediately after this so that they can then take up any free space leading into there. And as I say that all out loud, that actually feels pretty darn correct. So we'll build a module here. If we go into our blueprints, this is going to be quite useful. Okay, let's do that again. I'll show you how. Did we just reach another milestone somewhere? Should we go up the speeds 30. We need 48. Let's do it. So train speeds and capacity are now faster. So everything you just saw should be working slightly better. Amazing. Okay. Now I'm going to build... I think I'm going to build one module, and then we're going to see if it's possible to, like, shimmy this around a little bit here. I think I'm going to give myself a little bit more space. I want to make this really obvious what it's doing. If something backs up, right? See, this is the thing, though. It doesn't back up from that direction. It backs up the other... Hang on. When we have a backup here and we want to get more of it out, I don't think my idea actually works, because the idea is that there would be something like this that goes up to the next floor, right? And joins that belt. So if ever that belt's empty, something can go from here to there. The only problem is it only fully redirects if this is backed up, which it won't be. So half will go up a floor. So if we've got stuff sitting back here waiting to go out, it's only if it's backed up in front of it that this would be relevant, I believe. I hope y'all are following with me this, because I've thought about it several times, and now I'm like, no, wait a minute, this isn't the place where you need that, because there is no friction going to the end. Nothing gets backed up. The thing I'm thinking of is relevant elsewhere. It's just not relevant here. So when stuff gets backed up, because it comes in on, like, the top one. Let's say something's always delivering on the top. I think it's a problem I'm going to have to figure out another time. I don't think it makes sense to do it now. I need to give it some more thought. So let's go ahead and do the final part of this. So we want to... I think we're going to run these all on their own little trains for a little bit of fun. Do it slightly different. So we can have a shape loader right here. That's going to have with it a locomotive. And then we're going to put a wagon on it. So that needs to turn the corner, and then we need to stop, right? And then we've got just enough room for the rail to duck under. Come up there. What's going on? Does this work differently? Oh, do I not have control over where it lands? Huh! You can watch it in action. All right. That's its job for now. Let's go ahead and multiply. Ugh. Part of me wants to rework this so it looks a little bit more compact. I'm gonna do it. Let's go put our locomotive there. Oh wait, does it not actually fit that way around? Whatever. Let's undo. Because I was thinking the one that we put at the end is going to stick out, but you know, it's done now. It's done. Where is homeland? Where is the homeland? Where is the center? It's all the way up there. Okay. Okay. Wait, actually, I just kind of want you to join that system, I think. Then lots of little trains can filter in there. Also, actually, we might need more than one locomotive here, right? Like, the capacity needs to be good. Does that actually work that way? It doesn't. But what I can do is double up. And then I need to do that, so... it's going to be a pain. Do it like that, though. Whew. Right, so the final part of what we were going to do today, and I kind of knew this would take longer than expected. I thought we'd do the milestone as well. The final part was going to be solving this unloading problem, but now that I'm actually here trying to do that, I realize, oh, this is actually not what I thought it was, right? Like, the problem isn't what I thought it was. Well, actually, no, there is a little bit more to solve. Because like I said a moment ago, we need a different unloading system. And that's why I cleared it out. Okay. Let's do one more thing here then. What do we got? Shape, we need an unloader. Yeah, and we want the rail the other way around. So I need a little wiggle room between the stations now. But we'll do a setup of 3 to begin with. So we're going to have one here, one there, one there. And then each one of these will have a train stop, which is not how it's set up on the other side. Now we're going to use belts to go like this. Oh, it looks like I could have afforded myself a little more space. Whatever. Go back over here. Go into there. And just turn this thing around the corner. That's alright. Yeah, so now they have their own exclusive unloading bit here instead. But yeah, here's a great example of the issue. Like, look at how stuff's backed up here on different levels, and then there's nothing going on over here. So that's the thing that I struggled with. But when I look at it again, the fact that these have multiple paths may be a part of the solution. Like, is there a system in which we shimmy the items around differently? I'm not sure, but I think this might be the better way to do it. The only problem with this setup is that it's designed for one wagon, and we've stacked like wagons in a row before. Because then you know when stuff's backing up, like at least each one has an opportunity to go to the next and find a free space. Then you would have to balance your outputs to use an even amount of like each tier. But with our new setup, that's what we do. We actually produce the whole thing at all 3 tiers. So in theory, like when one of these fills up, like all 3 of them should fill up at roughly the same time. You can see they're out of sync a little bit. Let's go check on this, where we join them together again. So now look at that. The stock is, I mean, it's full, right? Like it's still going. I don't know if it's going to back up. Oh, look, there's a little bit at the end that doesn't. So it's lacking, which means that's not going. But where are we filling up? So over here, we've got a balked one. Interesting. Quite a few balked ones coming in on a lower level. Is that because my stackers were made incorrectly somewhere? That's entirely possible. Then we've copied and pasted that floor around. Over here, though, it's all good. So, not sure what happened there. As this is a lot of copy and pasting. That's on the lowest level. So, it's not until ones come around from the lower level that we'd see that happen again. They're doing something right now, though. I guess they want... Oh, there's plenty of stock coming in from there. So, where are the ones on the bottom? Here they come again. It's interesting how the bottom belt is not as plentiful as the others. Might have something to do with how we're painting them, to be fair. And look, there's a bit of run out stock there, so okay, that makes sense. So maybe we need more paint coming in. And then that should change once the lower belt stuff comes in. And here it is. Yeah, so that's going to override that. I think that's just a hangover from where we goofed earlier. So that's not an issue. Let's check it out now. Are any coming in? We got any coming in yet? It's these ones here that we're waiting on. So we've got one waiting to go there, a lot over here, and plenty there. This might suggest that we don't have enough trains with this setup. I've got an idea on how to fix that, funny enough. I do have an idea. We could build an array of single trains that sort of shim-sham through all the stops and then go off. I think that might work better because we're going to need more than 2, aren't we? There might be room for 4 here. Is another way to look at it. So let's say we were to do that. So to trains. I'm not saying that's the best way to do it, but that is a way we could actually do that then. Plus, that makes it look really sick, doesn't it? And hey, we're going to get some stock over there now. So we should really be seeing that unloading and our number going up. But we're yet to. Are there any on the belts? Nothing coming into the vortex. Did I goof something up here? This is definitely a shape unloader. The track connects. Here comes some trains. Let's see what these trains do, because our current milestone is 8,000 out of 10k. Nothing on that one. Some over there. Here we go. They'll be unloading. They're going to come from the belts. They're already up the top. That's it. Awesome. Yeah, but all 3 levels at once. This number is going to tick up fast, I tell you. This is interesting. This is what we've waited the whole stream for. Look at all those swirly shapes. There's so many of them. I wonder where they got the name for this game from. Okay. In they go. Beautiful sight, but we're going to look over here. They actually haven't started ticking up just yet. They should do now. Oh, don't tell me it's the wrong shape somehow. Can I pause the game? Is there a pause button? Paused. Thank goodness. Definitely looks like the right shape. I think I can actually see how it might not be. Do you see how the purple is like in that bit there? It's not. This game is very flexible with rotations. They do not have to be the same, but we missed something. Possible quick patch is to rotate that 90 and rotate this 90, or rotate them in between here. So if I cut out the whole system and added rotation nodules there, that would also work. This is probably quite easy to cut, but I think I like the idea of adding them to these belts. So we had, well, maybe I just rotate the other one, right? Maybe I take that and I put it on the opposite side, and that does the same thing. So let's go ahead and cut. Let's grab this. So we just want to do the switcheroo here. That might solve it. Dude, I was so stoked for that moment as well. So stoked for that moment. And then everything basically over there just needs to be reset. There's nothing in there now. Oh, that was a glorious moment and it failed. I'm assuming the full magenta thingies are remnants of the wrong magenta stop location. Full magenta. No, I don't think they... Oh, wait, that's from a minute ago, isn't it? That's from a minute ago. Right, one thing I think we might do is add extra stops, but look how backed up it is over here. I can't help but feel that will probably get caught up eventually. I mean, stuff is getting backed up here already. If I add a third setup like that to the line, you know we're good. Well, how long is it going to be until we see this loading up again? We should probably, yeah, we should probably be on the lookout for seeing if it is the correct way around. Looks like we spotted the first one going in. The very first few. This is where we need the speed up button. So thanks a lot says, I hope his world doesn't get turned upside down when he finds out about Vortex train delivery. I don't think it will get turned upside down. I just kind of wanted to find a solution without doing that. I'm aware it's here. I've seen it plenty of times. And we can certainly get the potions to do that. Oh, train speed is actually maxed out at level 4, is it? There's no upgrade button beyond that. Interesting. It's kind of like, oh, that's easy, right? The Vortex train delivery is really easy. Because then you can spam those things. You don't need the belt in the middle. Yeah, maybe I'll start doing that. Okay, the magenta thing is now in the corner, which is what we wanted. And we've actually already got one? No. That's the wrong one. I didn't clear that. I should go... Actually, I could have swore I highlighted all that stuff, right? Let's go ahead and clear them. So now they're loading up the type that we want to get over there. I missed a rotator, says Upland Jacob. Let's have a look. One at the top, one at the top. Oh, and then I put it in the wrong spot. Interesting. No, wait, which way around are they supposed to be? Oh, dear Lord. They're supposed to be... It was at the bottom, then it goes to the top. Purple. Purple. That's correct. Suspicious. Suspicious. They're slowly filling up. Right, I really wanted to share this moment together where we'll be watching the shapes go into the vortex, but I really do have other things to do today. I said I'd give myself 2 hours, so unfortunately I'm going to have to enjoy watching this number go up later all by myself. How selfish of me. I'll enjoy watching that number go up. Oh, gosh. Look, I made the number get bigger. Yeah, so I don't know if I will stream another one. If I do, we'll probably just try and crack through these things together so we can see what the last bits are about. I mean, you can't actually see what this is, so it might be super interesting. One thing's for sure, with what we've created today, we will be able to buy the last of these upgrades. And really, only train capacity and vortex delivery are actually useful. So, yeah, I might do the final bit of this game with you. I don't know. But I am possibly going to stream tomorrow. Don't know. I'll see how things go day by day. But right now, I'm going to go cook some food and then chill out and do some resource gathering on Hermitcraft for the mega build that I'm doing with Corrales. All right, yeah, let's wrap it up. Thank you so much for tuning in today, peeps. Hope you had a good old time. I'll be back again soon with another one. And, yeah, we'll go find someone to raid. We'll go find someone to raid. It's recommended a random Shapes 2 channel. Oh, but Impulse just started. Oh, we'll go raid Impulse today. Send you over to Impulse. Enjoy some Hermitcraft action, peeps. I'm off. Take care. Bye-bye.